A nurse is a profession that you can only do if you have an absolute love for it. I think a nurse is not only a professional in the hospital, but they're also a friend in a patient's time of need. I believe to be a nurse, you need to be determined and compassionate. I believe that you also have to be loving, because sometimes you're that only glimmer of hope that a patient has in their time of need, or sometimes you're just that optimism that the family needs during their times of need. I believe that I assess all the qualities to become a nurse. I've worked in a doctor's office before, and I worked overseas in a clinic, and that's just clarified my love for nursing, and it's just inspired me more to want to become a nurse and become the best nurse that I can be. Last summer I went to Costa Rica and I worked at a primary care clinic, and I also worked alongside a psychologist, and I did things such as fill medication. I did seminars for the kids on hygiene. I did seminars for the adults on holistic medicine and first aid. I also did check-ins. I did soap notes for the patient, injections, and I worked alongside a psychologist, and we went one day. I met a couple patients, and unfortunately they had addiction. It was a group of young women, and they came to our clinic. And so one day, me and the psychologist decided to drive up to their city where their rehabilitation center was and do dance therapy for the patients. And just so, because I could see a lot of these patients were angry and upset at themselves because of their addiction. And doing dance therapy just helped them connect their mind and body, so they didn't blame themselves for their problem, and just for all their pain and stuff, it would ease all the pain and tension. And this is the moment that I decided that I wanted to be a nurse, because after the whole session, all the patients were extremely thankful, and you can tell how their entire attitudes changed throughout the session, from angry at themselves to very happy. We ended up having lunch with all the patients and spending the rest of the day with them, just talking about their stories and prescribing them their medicine and showing them more natural ways to heal their pain, like headaches and stuff like that. After graduating with my BSN and obtaining some experience, I would love to do some research on cancer. I would also love to work with doctors across borders and try to take a trip every single year to another country and give access to medicine to those who don't have the same access to medicine as we have. I would also love to go back to FIU and get my master's eventually and work alongside a doctor, still taking a trip every single year to another country so I can help not only our community but outside communities with the medicine.